I got up at 3 o'clock this morning. I am very tired, but I saw Season 2, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian, and I want to talk about it. Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and welcome to my review for Season 2, Episode 1 of The Mandalorian, which is called Chapter 9, The Marshal. Now, before I go any further, I should say that on my channel I currently do not have a review for Mandalorian Season 1. However, in the coming days, I'm going to be correcting that. Expect a review for Mandalorian Season 1 from me coming either Saturday or Sunday. But if you want a bit of a primer for that, let's just say it's my favorite thing from Disney Star Wars going right now. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into the episode itself. The episode tells the story of Mando learning of a rumor that there is one of his kind living on Tatooine. Oh, Star Wars existing on Tatooine? You don't say. Trust me, it's good. And his searching leads him to someone simply known as the Marshal, played by Timothy Olyphant. He is not a Mandalorian, but he found the armor from some Jawas and decided to use it for himself. And he's been kind of the sheriff of this very small town on Tatooine. This town is being terrorized by one of the sandworms from Doom. Yes, I'm sure this probably has an elaborate name and backstory, but to me it always looked like the sandworm from Doom, so I'm just going to call it the sandworm from Doom. Anyway, the Mandalorian and the Marshal have to team up and also unite the people of this small town and the Sand People to help kill the sandworm. This definitely feels more like a smaller story in terms of the Mandalorian's arc. This feels more like a side quest, but at the same time, I thought it was very entertaining. Not only that, but it also planted the seeds for what could happen for the rest of this season, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. My favorite part of this episode was absolutely Timothy Olyphant. Maybe it's because I'm a big Timothy Olyphant fan, but in this episode he kind of reminded me of someone like Lee Van Cleef to the Mandalorian's Clint Eastwood. He's not exactly a hero in the traditional sense, but he's just the right guy in the right place and trying to do the right thing. I admired that. I liked the spirit of that. This episode gave off a lot of Western vibes, more than they usually do. This movie felt like one of the Westerns that Clint Eastwood would either direct or star in. I also really liked that there was actually some development with the Sand People. Not to get too deep into spoilers, but let's just say you're no longer going to see the Sand People as the guys that beat up Luke Skywalker and tried to steal his land speeder only to be scared away by Obi-Wan. They're actually people. And the final battle where Mando, the Marshal, the people of this town, and the Sand People all unite to take out the sandworm is really entertaining stuff, with by far and away one of the flashiest ending sequences of this entire series. Now, there is one more thing that I would like to talk about in regards to this episode. However, it requires me talking about some spoilers. I want to talk about this, so I'm going to throw up a spoiler warning right here and right now. If you don't want to know about this and want to watch the episode for yourself, by all means, please do, and then come back and hear my thoughts there. But if you want to skip this portion, skip to this time code of this video, and you'll get into my plugs and the end of the video. But for right now, this is a spoiler-heavy section. The last shot of this episode is Mando riding off into the twin sunsets while someone looks out over him. That someone turns out to be Boba Fett. Throughout the entire episode, the Marshal, the guy that claims to be a Mandalorian, is wearing Boba Fett's armor, and he bought it off of some Jawas. And I'm not talking about like the Marshal just found it and painted it green in the style of Boba Fett's armor. No, he legitimately found Boba Fett's armor and was wearing it. And when I saw Boba Fett at the end of this episode, I was sitting there thinking to myself, he seems really fit and virile for someone who is supposedly being digested for 1,000 years. Boba Fett in this episode was played by, and I'm going to try and get this name right, Tamura Morrison. He played Jango Fett in Attack of the Clones and was Aquaman's father in, well, Aquaman. It's nice to see him there, but I have so many questions when it comes to this. Now, I am not shooting down this idea. I'm not trying to be like the gatekeeping Star Wars fans. No, I'm not trying to be like that. All that I'm saying is that I have questions, and hopefully Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau make good use out of Boba Fett. But if I think that there are two people that can handle Boba Fett well, it is Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Dave Filoni was one of the main creative forces behind one of my favorite TV shows ever, Star Wars The Clone Wars, and Jon Favreau, I mean, we all know what he's done. So, this is me holding out my hand. It said, lead me on, and please do not leave me astray. And at the end of the day, this episode was very satisfactory for me. I have a feeling it's going to set the tone for what's going down for the rest of this season. And in regards to the stuff I talked about in the spoilers section, I just hope that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have a good head on their shoulders and just try and make this all work out. But that is all for me, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. I'm going to be reviewing every episode of The Mandalorian as it drops, because this is one of my favorite TV shows going right now. I loved Season 1, and I never got a chance to talk about Season 1, so I said, when Season 2 comes around, I'm definitely talking about it. These episodes drop every Friday, so I'm going to try and get a review of them Friday morning. Again, I'm going to try. But Scary Mania is winding down today. This is October 30th. I'm going to be dropping my episode for Don't Breathe, and tomorrow, the 31st, Halloween Day, I'm going to be talking about Hereditary. And once Scary Mania is over, I'm going to be jumping back into the AFI project by talking about Midnight Cowboy, and just a lot of other great videos coming you guys' way. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way when a new video drops, you'll be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam, and this is The Way.